Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. Some days back, a young lady, that's Princess Ajibola, who happened to be a convener of CALSER, had actually called out Amnesty International, demanding that they should leave Nigeria. They have just 7 days to leave Nigeria, or else they should get ready for the biggest brutality they've ever seen, in the sense that what happened in Sars protest will be like child's play compared to what they will do to them and to their staffers if they were still found in Nigeria come 7 days. Well, Amnesty International have replied the threat, and it's quite an interesting one, I must say. But before we go into the news proper, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel or to YouTube. All right, a group Center for African Liberation and Socio-Economic Rights, CALSER, allegedly sponsored by the COAS Toko Borutai, had on Wednesday asked Amnesty International to leave the country within 7 days or attract civil disobedience at its offices in Abuja and Lagos on a scale that will make the campaign of looting and arson it's facilitated appear like child's play. However, Amnesty International Nigeria, in a series of tweets, has insisted it will continue to carry out its activity devoid of government, religious, or commercial interest. Well, Amnesty International draws the attention of the Nigerian authorities and the general public to the intimidation and outright threats of attacks that were issued against its staff, supporters, and premises by a faceless and unknown group at a press conference held on 4th of November 2020. Similar faceless groups had previously invaded our office and given us ultimatum to leave Nigeria. Amnesty International is a global human rights movement, and we are independent of any government. Our mandate is to hold authorities account for their human rights obligations and commitments. This we have consistently done since June 1967, when we first started working in and on Nigeria. Every person whose rights are violated is entitled to an effective remedy. Exposing human rights violations and seeking redress for them are largely dependent on the degree of security enjoyed by civil society groups like Amnesty International. The Nigerian authorities owe a legal duty to ensure the protection of lives and properties of every person in the country. Malicious threats will not deter us from continuing to speak against human rights violations and abuses by state and non-state actors. Amnesty International is a human rights organization and not affiliated to any government, ideology, interest, political, religious, or commercial. We have been working on Nigeria since June 1967. Hashtag #EndSARS, hashtag Lekki Toll Gate shooting. NASA, despite threats to our lives through faceless organization and sponsored protests, we will not stay silent. In the face of efforts to evade responsibility or to smear our organization, we will continue to raise our voices whenever and wherever we see injustice. Hashtag #EndSARS. We will continue to call on the Nigerian government to use its authority and resources to investigate all allegations of human rights violations and abuses, including torture, arbitrary detention, and unlawful killings. Hashtag #EndSARS, hashtag Lekki Toll Gate shooting. This is quite interesting. This is really strong. We will continue. They said quite a lot of things here, but now Nigerians have decided to also react to this. Remember, this particular group called out Amnesty International, said they are known for carrying fake news and putting the whole country on their toes with fake news. What Amnesty International is saying, what they are known for is to ensure they are non-governmental and they have no affiliate with any human or government or whatsoever. So they are saying in a nutshell that they're to protect lives and human rights. That also includes the Nigerian lives. All life matters, including Nigerian lives. Well, let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. This one here said, of course not. And I hope those making the threat knows how brutal amnesty can be if they want to. A word is enough for the wise. Nigerians are talking. That those who are making the threat, get ready. Amnesty International is not a pushover. It's not a pushover organization. It's an international organization that has its roots in a lot of countries. So this faceless forum, get ready, according to Amnesty International. This one here is saying the North wants Amnesty International to leave so they can perpetrate evil in the country. This one here is saying they think everyone is a coward. This one here is saying anybody that reports the dirty game ongoing in Nigeria is a threat to the unity. North knows better. This one here is saying I am certain healing. Okay, this one here is saying keep carrying out your noble duties. The faceless group has a face. Okay, this one here is saying Amnesty International should keep up the good job of speaking for the oppressed and keeping the government on its toes, and don't get deterred by activities of never-do-wells whom are largely sponsored by the government to change the narrative. Okay, this one here is saying once this government expires, we must jail all the authorities. Be careful. Everything has processes. Let's be real to ourselves. Yes, you could say this has been done, this has been done. We need to go through due process. Everything in life has due process so that there won't be anarchy in the land. Okay, you may feel that the person has infringed on your right and all that. Yes, you may be right, but so that there won't be, everybody will not be upright. There won't be uprising, everybody claiming rights and all that. There has to be order. So if you feel that the government of the day have not done well, it's okay, but let's do it orderly. Okay, let's not create anarchy. At the end of the day, we all will pay for it one way or the other. Amnesty International, kudos to you. Okay, because one of the things I noticed when the young lady spoke was the threat to even the staffers of Amnesty International. Was the fact that they are ready. She was even bold. She made it in a conference video, a video conference, where she was saying that Amnesty International should get ready in 7 days that they don't leave. They will bring hell. Are you serious? As in, and who are they? And up till now, we keep hearing hate speech, hate speech. That's the kind of hate speech they should pick. An international organization, what impression are you giving to the world that any group can just wake up one morning and threaten an international organization? If the government of the day feel that they are not wanted anymore, I'm sure there are better ways of accosting them and telling them this, that, or they are going outside that jurisdiction. Other than that, I feel no, it's so ethically wrong for any group to just wake up one morning and say, if you don't, I will give you 7 days to leave. If you don't leave, we will do this, we will do that, we will bring hell, we will do what. In fact, to look as if the end SARS protest was a child's play, what we will do to you, there will be civil disobedience. Are you serious? And Soro just talked about revolution now, and DSS arrested. Arrest that woman. She's asking for anarchy. She's asking for civil disobedience. She's asking that there should be arrests. She's demanding that people who's for crying out loud. These are things we talk of every day. The law should be equal to all. If it was done for someone who said revolution now, they should do the same to that young woman. That's the staffers that are there. They are humans. It's also a threat to their lives. Let's just see what another person here is saying. This one is saying it don't happen. This one here is saying God will always strengthen those who choose to be the voice of the voiceless. Amen. This one here is saying, a welcome development. Human rights have come to stay, and those who don't like it should keep crying. Cry me a river. This one here is saying, malicious threats sponsored by APC government that has so much sympathy for terrorist bandits. How do you know it's APC? Probably because they're the ruling party. Well, a lot of persons will, over time, they've seen what happened during Deji Adeyanju's protest, where Deji Adeyanju was supposed to go for a protest, and there was a counter protest immediately, sharp, sharp. Some of them were carrying the placards upside down, and it was actually opposite of what was good for. Because what Deji Adeyanju went for was the good of all Nigerians. I think it has to do with a NAS. We didn't want public hearing. Was supposed to be a public hearing. Say we do not want it. They should public hearing on one social media bill too. I think it was still that same social media bill that we don't want. And so Adeyanju went for protest, and they almost would have injured the living daylight out of him. But not for God has saved that young man. By now, probably would have been a dead man. And there was a counter protest over something that is even good for the whole of Nigeria. These are the things we're talking about. We keep doing things. How much did they give you that you would want to do this? If you want to go about it the legal way. Don't begin to threaten lives. Are you a terrorist? What's the difference between you and Boko Haram that is threatening lives? You even have the boldness and confidence to make a video of it that you're going to terrorize them. Sister, that's where we'll wrap it up. Let's listen in the comment section. What's your take on the fact that Amnesty International are not deterred at all, one bit, over what threat they've given to them? 7 days is just about the corner. Let's see how